These boys might say bad words. So proceed with caution.
Top 5 so cliche, top 3's too few, top 10's too many. What the hell we gonna do? Gotta keep it real when it comes to the topics. Hope you're all ready. It's time for the top 6. It's time for the top 6. It's time for the top 6.
What up, everybody? So glad you're here. It's a top 6 pod back in your ear. I just made that up.
Oh,
That was dope. That was dope.
What's up,
Coolio with the flow.
Welcome to the second episode of the Top 6 podcast. My name is Dustin Bernard. Again, I am joined with my two younger brothers, Jordan and Chad. Say hello, boys.
How you doing,
Hello,
guys
boys
and girls?
Hello.
Welcome back. Good to have you
Yeah,
back.
thank you for listening. Absolutely. So we've got, I think this is going to go longer than our first episode, to be honest with you, unless we got a lot of duplicates. But we are going to tackle our top 6 movie villains this episode. So, I kind of skipped over the Twitter stuff last week, but if you don't hear something that you don't like, if you've got a villain that you think deserves to be on this list, hit us up at the Top 6 Pod on Twitter or Facebook.com/Top 6 Pod. So, you guys excited about this one? What do you think?
I am. There's a lot to choose from this episode, a lot more range here, and I think it will last a little bit longer. What do you think, Chad?
Yeah, definitely. There are so many solid villains that could be on any one of our lists. And I don't know about you, but mine changed quite a bit and really finalized shortly before we started recording.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of whittling down, trying to figure out which way I wanted to go. So
before we start our lists, I want to make a little statement.
As long as it's not political, go ahead.
It's not. Okay. I want to make a public apology, okay? And can't believe I'm going to admit this, but I want to apologize for poo-pooing on Mr. Steve Winwood. Chad, I am sorry.
Ooh.
I did some soul searching the past week. I listened to a lot of his work, and he has some fucking bangers.
All I have to say.
Actually, I was listening to Roll With It. You forgot to mention that song last week. I was loading up the dishwasher. Roll with it, baby.
Yeah.
It felt like I had crystal meth pumping through my veins. I was so pumped.
Well, brother, we're happy that you're back in the high life again.
Shout out to Steve Winwood. Fuck you, Steve Wilkos. Let's get this show on the road.
I couldn't have said it better myself. For the Winwood, baby.
All right. Yeah, let's get this show on the road. I personally like Valerie. Valerie's a really good. That song rips.
Yep.
That's a banger.
I'm telling you. This is beautiful. This is like a rainbow moment for me. So, all right.
Awesome. So we are, as I mentioned before, we're going to be hitting up our top 6 movie villains. So if this is your first episode you're listening to, no worries. I mean, we've only had 2. This is our second one. So just to explain to you how this is going to work, we're each going to take a turn and list our top 6 movie villains. So really not a lot of ground rules to this one, guys. It has to be a movie, and you have to, if for some reason the person or thing that you're wanting to be the villain doesn't make sense to one of us, of course we're going to call you on it,
Absolutely, yes.
But, just to give you an example, the Trinity Killer from Dexter Season 4 would not qualify for this list. Why?
Right.
because it's not a fucking movie. That's
While he's a fantastic
yeah,
villain.
very good.
Yes, it's from a TV
Lithgow
series.
Rips.
So,
Lithgow Rips is that villain.
all right, you guys ready for the trivia question?
Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and just give it to us. Let's rip.
All right, I'm going to give it to you guys.
Yep.
You ready?
Chad, ready?
Oh yeah.
All right. What's the first horror movie to be nominated for an Oscar?
Halloween.
Chad?
Any Oscar? I'm gonna say The Exorcist.
Chad, you are
Fuck,
correct.
God damn it again. All right.
Oh
All right.
Chad is 2 for 2 in trivia. I thought you were the trivia king, Dusty. What happened?
Did we lose Jordy?
I don't think we lost. I think he was asking
here.
why you're. He thought you were the trivia king, but I guess it's a new era, the Weasel era.
I was trying to deflect and make it sound like
Okay. So, Chad, you're
Okay.
up first again.
new
Again,
host.
leading off.
So I go second again, right? Since I'm the middle
Yep,
child.
I'll go last again. I'll bring up the rear.
All right.
Bring up the
All right.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So, all right, here we go. Top 6 movie villains. Real quick, I'm not gonna go crazy with this, but like Dusty, so that's a good thing. Like we got to have some rules, and I have my own rules as far as like what a villain is. I think there's antagonists, which is different than a villain. So like, it all comes down to motivation. Like, why are they doing what they're doing? And I think like Jaws, the shark, I don't think that's a villain. The thing just wants to eat. You know, it's causes the problems, but it's not a villain. So anyway,
that's his natural instinct.
Exactly. So I kept that in mind. So number 6 for me is Ivan Drago from Rocky IV.
Ooh.
Ooh.
If he
All right.
dies, he dies. Number 5, Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men.
Huh. That's kind of under
Yep,
the radar.
the worst haircut on any of our lists, I bet. Javier
I don't
Bardem's cold performance, the
Don't speak so soon.
silent shotgun, like it. I mean, he's just intimidates the living hell out of everyone on screen. And also, spoiler alert, he wins. He wins, and it's hard to find a villain that actually wins. So that was pretty neat.
That's the movie. That's the movie where Tommy Lee Jones did not find his guy.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
rarely happens. He always gets his guy, and Chigurh outdid him.
Exactly.
Woody Allen is in that movie too, right?
Woody
He's
Harrelson.
one of
Woody Harrelson.
Woody. Jesus Christ, Woody Allen.
Oh, that scene where Woody Harrelson is sitting across from Anton Chigurh is just, that says it all. I mean, Woody Harrelson's a badass in almost every other role, and he just looks like a little wussy. So it's big impact.
It won
Best
Picture, didn't
Picture, and also I feel like he's the most real life scary villain that I have on my list. Like he's someone that probably exists somewhere. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Probably lives in like Rowlett or Burtville.
Number 4, I have a classic, The Wicked Witch. Boom. So,
Oh yes, I hate that bitch.
I
Holy
mean,
shit.
what a performance. You got all the characteristics of a villain. You know, she's a green witch with the broom, everything, but also in an army of flying monkeys. That's pretty badass. But, you know, again, motivation. You know, what's her motivation? She doesn't just want the slippers. She wants them because those were her sisters, and this little bitch from Kansas killed her sister. So, I mean, you guys are my brothers. If some little twerp from Idaho killed you guys, I'd probably go after him and his friends, you know? So,
I would hope
we
so.
appreciate that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Number 3. This, I think, is... Yeah, this one was a late contender, and I was like, gotta put him on here. Hans Landa from Inglourious Bastards.
Oh yeah.
Very cunning, multilingual, speaks 4 languages in that movie. Very funny.
He's
Very
cocky.
funny.
Cocky.
He is.
Fucker.
Cocky Nazi. All right, number 2. This is no brainer. Darth Vader. We all know. We all know Darth Vader.
Legend. Yes.
Okay. Fucking nerd.
Ready for number 1? Joker.
Okay.
Jack Nicholson. All right.
No.
Which one? Which one,
That's the
Chad?
thing. Heath Ledger's Joker.
Jared Leto.
Okay.
You said Jared Leto?
Yeah, Jared Leto. Jared Leto.
Jared Leto is such a douche. Like I try not to hate actors because that's just too easy. They're so out of touch and like, you know, I just want to watch them act. You know what I mean? But Jared Leto is such a like douchebag. I feel like
He claimed that he hasn't heard of the coronavirus.
he said that, and he was offended that
like,
Joaquin Phoenix did such a good job as the Joker. Like he was like, I'm hurt.
Wow.
But no, all that aside, Heath Ledger's Joker, I think, is my favorite performance in a movie ever. He completely transforms like everything you can say about a villain. He not only nails, but just takes it to the next level. And he's so fun to watch in that movie. I mean, you can't take your eyes off of him. Like it's a classic. So Joker from The Dark Knight, number 1.
All right, number 1.
Respect.
Good deal. No, I like. You know what? There's some people on this list that I'm gonna say I thought of, but didn't put them on mine. But they make sense. That's why I could easily do a top 15 of this. But clearly, you can on here because it's top 6, baby. The top 6.
Chad, that's a solid.
I want to hear yours.
I'm not going to give you any beef.
Let's hear the middle child.
Nope. All right, let's go. Yeah, like compiling my list, I had to think of what makes up a good villain. You know, power hungry. Are they greedy, scary, frightening, chaotic, impulsiveness? And it was tough winding down just to 6. So, all right, my number 6. He ran a tight operation. Let me tell you what. All right, he's slick, sophisticated, cool, calm, collected, but he's still unpredictable. He couldn't quite handle John motherfucking McClane. I'm talking about Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Yes. Played by the late, great Alan Rickman. John McClane himself said Hans Gruber was the worst threat he ever encountered. So don't take my word for it.
He's got an awesome accent and voice, too.
Yeah. Slick, sophisticated. He dresses nice. He's fashionable.
He's just unlucky this cop was running around, you know, just lucky.
Yeah, he would have got he would have got away with it. Absolutely.
Have some laughs. Yeah. So which one of you two can do an impression of Hans Gruber acting like an American?
Oh, that scene is great.
Probably.
Is there anything he says specifically?
He's got.
What does he say specifically? Is it just, or should I just say anything?
He's like, "Oh, no.
No. I can't do. I don't know. All I know is Andy Samberg. I think in his SNL audition, yeah, he was like, "I can hear my impressions, Hans Gruber," and then he's just like, "McClane," and he's like, "Thank you." That's number 6. I like that one.
Number 6, yeah.
All right,
Hans Gruber.
On to number 5. Number 5. Okay, my 5th all-time movie villain brings a whole new meaning to the phrase "psycho hose beast." I actually rewatched this movie yesterday. Annie Wilkes from Misery.
Huh.
Oh my God.
Okay, is that?
It's played by Kathy Bates. Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen that
I'm telling
movie.
you.
Shit.
Oh, I don't want to spoil it. I highly recommend it. Okay.
What platform did you watch that on?
Amazon.
Okay.
Nice.
Amazon Prime. Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
So, yeah, that one's kind of under the radar. That movie, you don't really hear a whole lot about it, but it's absolutely terrifying.
Okay,
sure.
what is her full name? Annie what?
Wilkes.
Wilkos.
Wilkes.
Wilkos.
Hell no.
Annie Wilkos. All right. So yeah, I know what the movie is about. I think I know she's a.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of clips. I feel like I watched it maybe a long time ago, but yeah, I definitely know the gist of how psycho she is. It's a Stephen King story.
Okay.
Yeah,
it is. Psycho. All right. Okay, on to number 4.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Is Kathy Bates' role as Annie Wilkos better or is it better in that movie than she is as Bobby Boucher's mom?
Oh, 10 times better.
Okay. Just wondering.
10 times.
Just trying to get a gauge. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. You don't really get to physically see this character much, but I'm going with Pazuzu, the demon from The Exorcist.
That is a really good one.
How rude of that demon to possess a sweet and innocent little girl.
Yeah, he has bad language too.
Oh yeah. That's
so
a good
Pazuzu.
One. Real quick, can I just add something with Pazuzu? So I watched Exorcist not long ago, and that movie, it reminds me of a boxing movie because really Pazuzu, all he wants is to mess with that priest, and because the priest defeated him a long time ago, and Pazuzu wants a rematch and literally possesses this girl and just makes sure he shows up. And there's a part where the priest walks in the house. He hasn't even seen the girl yet, but all you hear is Marin from above. And so he knows, and it's like, okay, now the fight's coming. And it's just like, oh, good pick.
It's terrifying.
So that's not the devil, right? That's just like a demonic presence.
He's a demon.
Yeah, a demonic person. Yeah, Pazuzu.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't even think of that one.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, Chad, you're gonna love this one. I got Joker from the
and
Dark
number
Knight.
3. All right.
Number 3 coming in with Joker from Dark Knight.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I think he should be higher, but I'm just glad he's on there. It's good.
Okay.
You guys
all
are
right. Well, you're
pissed at me. Go ahead.
You're gonna love number 2, Chad. Okay.
Oh,
I got Darth Vader.
Won?
I mean,
fucking nerd.
Such an iconic character that'll live on forever.
Nerds.
He's got the look of pure
Oh
evil.
boy, but I won't like Star Wars, my buddy.
James Earl Jones
yeah.
with that voice. Just such a deep, commanding voice.
Got emphysema. Yep.
He's badass. He's badass.
All right. My number 1, Chad. I was surprised you didn't have my number 1 on your list.
Yeah.
You ready? Hello,
no.
No. Hannibal Lecter.
No.
Hannibal Lecter.
How is he a
number
villain?
1
he
villain of all
hero.
time? He's a villain, Chad. He eats someone's face.
But he's not a villain.
He's a villain in a movie.
He isn't, though. Like, watch that. He helps her.
Chad. That doesn't matter. Look,
all
he tears her down
all
front
the
to back.
fellas do bad
childhood
shit,
to adulthood.
They're just...
That's their job. That's their job.
That's not...
They're mobsters, Chad.
They don't have to be doing that.
Hannibal Lecter's behind bars, like extra
This
security.
is gabagool.
He'll eat your fucking face off, and he'll break you down, your characteristics, your flaws. He'll read you like a book without even knowing.
No, I don't see him as a villain. I see him as
He's a villain.
Antagonist.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Chad, he's a villain. Absolutely a villain.
Like Agent Smith from The Matrix is more of a villain than that. Like Clarice isn't fighting him. Like, isn't a villain supposed to be up against a hero and like they're working together? Mm-hmm.
Not always.
I'll eat your fucking face off. Oh no,
Jordy, do you want?
Maybe he is a villain. He's making me so mad. He's getting to me psychologically. Oh man,
that's what he does.
Yeah.
He's got a PhD, I think. I mean,
he's a psychologist or psychiatrist.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, Jordy. I mean, do you want to rethink? You want to rethink your number 1?
No, I'm going to keep Hannibal Lecter there. He's the best movie villain of all time.
What?
He did,
what?
Chad. Look, he did help Clarice eventually. That doesn't take away all the bad shit that he's done. Why is he behind bars?
Like, because he's a he did bad things. Doesn't mean he's a villain.
Hannibal the Cannibal.
Like,
Hannibal the Cannibal.
It's a pretty sweet name.
He's a pure He's a pure
He
psycho.
is, but I'm saying, like, as far as the story, like, his contribution to the story isn't villainous. His past is that we don't see. That's not part of, like, the runtime of the movie. You know what I mean? That's all I say. So I think he is villainous. I don't think he's a villain.
He qualifies as a villain.
He might identify as a villain, but I don't think he is.
Look how terrified Jodie Foster was. To
Yeah,
see him.
like,
look at how he.
so is Joe
planned
Pesci
the
in Goodfellas?
escape.
That dude shoved an ice pick up the back of that dude's head. Like, that's like, you did bad stuff. Doesn't mean, you know.
Who's more of a villain in Silence of the Lambs? Buffalo Bill. Yo, fuck me.
Yeah, definitely
Fuck me.
Buffalo Bill.
He doesn't get enough
What?
screen time, though. He's a very small part of the movie.
The
He's a small
Emperor
character. They hardly
course,
ever
doesn't
show
have
him.
a lot of. Oh shit, Dusty's gonna call us me a nerd again. Oh,
Fucking nerd. Bunch of nerdy Star Wars people.
Well,
I wanna
Darth
put
Vader serves the
Dusty
Emperor,
is
though.
my number one
So-
for being the villain of the top 6 podcast.
Hannibal Lecter's a villain.
I think he could be on the list.
I will
but
tuck
number one,
Chad, look how he escapes at the very end. You think he's just going to behave like a good Samaritan in the public?
so
when he gets out, or is he going to
your whole
All right,
argument comes before and after the movie that you actually watch, is what I'm saying. The movie that we watch, he's helping the hero do something, you know?
He's still not a good guy, though. It doesn't take away all the bad
There's
shit
a lot
he's
of
done.
bad guys that aren't villains though, in movies, and that's possible, you know.
Hannibal the cannibal, though. He ate someone's face off in the movie.
So he's a villain
All
to
right.
those security guards. Ooh.
He's a threat to the public, Chad. He's a
If it
villain.
wasn't such a good movie,
All
good
right.
performance, I might put up I don't think number one though. But let's see what Dusty has.
So
Well,
Jordy's not gonna. Jordy's keeping him. Jordy's keeping him as number one. So let's just do a quick recap. So Chad's got number 6 at Ivan Drago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 5, Anton Chigurh, friendo. 4, Wicked Witch of the West, right?
Yes,
Was it
of
the
the
West? Hans Landa, number 3. Hans Landa, whatever. 2, the nerd fanboy Darth Vader. Number 2.
Your lack of respect disturbs me.
And then Joker, Heath Ledger's version in Dark Knight. Okay, Jordy had Hans Gruber, the second Hans, on the list. Hans Gruber, number 6. Number 5, Annie Wilkos from Misery.
Wilkes.
Oh,
Wilkes.
5, Annie Wilkes from Misery. 4, Pazuzu, the demonic presence from
The Exorcist.
Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
3, Joker, Heath Ledger. 2, Nerd Boy Darth Vader. And number 1, Hannibal Lecter. Okay, so we've got Jordy and Chad's lists in. There's a couple of
Chad, I have an issue with your
I
number
mean,
6.
What are your thoughts, Jordy? What are your thoughts on Chad's list right now?
You know, Drago's just a symbol of the Russian government in that movie. So is
Yes.
it actually Drago that's the villain?
I mean,
Or is it
So,
the Russian government?
Again,
was
that's
pumped
the whole
full of
Emperor
steroids.
Darth Vader thing. Is Darth Vader the real bad guy because he redeems himself in the end, or
Does he eat
might have.
anybody's face?
Okay, let's go down your list then. So, all right, if you say your villain's going down, I want to know the hero associated with, like, that they go against in the movie. That they go against. Okay, Hans Gruber.
It doesn't
John
always have to
McClane,
work like that,
right?
though. It doesn't.
Annie Wilkes, the author.
Villains are
Pazuzu the
complex
priest,
characters, though. It doesn't have
Joker,
to be
Batman,
white and black.
Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Hannibal Lecter,
Chad, it doesn't have to be white
security
and black.
guards. Ooh,
Chad, is he terrifying? Is he a terrifying individual? Is he a terrifying person?
yeah. So is Joe Pesci from Goodfellas.
Hey,
Yeah, he could be considered a villain. You could put him on the
He's
list
not
if
a
you
villain.
want.
What are you talking about?
He's not. Hannibal Lecter is an iconic.
You're using villain as
villain.
an adjective, not a noun.
He's a legendary character. He's terrifying. He'll eat your face. He's a psychiatrist. He's very smart. He'll
The
lead
one
you
thing
up
he
and down,
won't
tear
do
you
is
apart.
terrorize the hero. Yeah, you're right. Oh, is he going to go and eat her face?
He did terrorize her. He judged her
He
childhood.
played psychological mind games.
And he helped her
Yeah,
achieve her
psychological
goal of
warfare,
catching the serial
Chad.
killer. What a bad guy. He's terrible.
That doesn't
All right.
matter, Chad. Ted Bundy did
As
the
Charles,
same
as
goddamn
Charles
thing after
Barkley
he got
once
caught.
said,
He helped.
that's terrible. That's just horrible. Oh, man, that's
Ted Bundy helped find other serial killers. Chad, is Ted Bundy a
I think
villain?
he is a
Is he
serial
dangerous?
Wait, so
He helped
I'm
catch
pretty
other
sure
serial
this
killers. Does that
episode-
make
is
him
he on
good?
your list?
killer.
Because he helped
Older
people?
Bro laid down the rules that we're talking villains. All right.
Zac Efron
Well,
played
Ted Bundy
Ted
helped
Bundy.
goddamn serial killers get
So-
caught.
Zac Efron's Ted Bundy is on Jordy's list now.
No, it's not.
Okay. So I think this is a good spot to take a quick break from to hear a word from our sponsor.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer or phone. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Welcome back, and we just want to shout out our awesome sponsor / theme song creator. Dave Thompson is an awesome artist and friend who has an online shop selling a bunch of different t-shirt designs. I'm talking like whatever you're into. There's a cool stylized approach to a lot of different lanes. So check out his t-shirts at Drunken Fox Art. We're going to put the link in the descriptions, probably blast it out on Twitter as well. But like I said, very, very unique, cool artwork that he applied to t-shirts. And also the dude made an awesome theme song for us. So we thank you, Dave. Thank you for being our sponsor in these early episodes, and appreciate it. Check him out.
It's time for the top six.
For the top
It's
six.
time for-
Wow.
Oh, the top six.
All right. Thank you,
Offbeat
Chad.
Jordy.
All right.
All right, boys.
Hello, Clarice.
So it is my turn. So I feel like you guys are probably gonna. My list is a little different. Okay, so
Let's hear it. Let's
go. This number 6. So top 6 movie villains. Number 6 resonated with me because I first learned about her in 11th grade. Okay, it was in a novel that we read in Mr. Healy's English class. So
I know where you're coming.
shout out to Mr. Healy. The reason why I paid attention to this book is because he actually read it to us and did all the different characters out of this book. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. My number 6 villain is Nurse
Ratched.
played by Louise Fletcher in the 1975 movie with Jack Nicholson in it. But she just has stuck with me all of these years. Every time I read about a nursing home or any type of home where people, I don't want to say are forced to live in, but they have no control over, I just think that there's probably a raggedy old bitch that is in control and is just so cocky and ruthless. She makes you hate her, and she doesn't really raise her voice at all. She's just a master manipulator. And some of the crimes that she committed were enforced suicide, abuse, psychological abuse, and abuse of power. So she is my number 6. Again, that's Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Nice
Nest.
pick. Yeah.
I respect that. I respect it.
Awesome. So let's go to number 5. Okay. Now, before I before I tell you who this is, I want to just throw out the list of crimes that this person committed.
Okay.
Okay.
Like eating a face?
Like, okay. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. I'm not going to say this guy ate a face, but listen to his list. Listen to his list of crimes, and then you guys can
Okay.
try to guess it. Okay. Physical and psychological abuse, aggravated assault and battery, sexual assault, false imprisonment, attempted murder, attempted rape, vandalism, theft, cheating, pollution, corruption, cover-ups, brainwashing, crimes against humanity, public endangerment, and murder. Yes, murder.
Oh, I
think
don't
is
know.
it?
It made me laugh. Murder. Huh.
I don't.
You guys want a hint?
Yeah.
What are you looking at, butthead?
Are you looking at Butthead? What are you looking?
What? Biff?
Buford Howard Tannen, aka Biff.
Oh,
Back to the
ooh,
Future.
man.
Whoa, yeah.
He committed
I never
those
thought
crimes.
of him. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wait, who did he murder? Who did he
Yeah.
kill?
So Biff murdered
He did.
George in Back to the Future 2
Yeah.
to get with
What are you
Lorraine.
looking at, Butthead? Why don't you make like
So-
a tree and leave?
He
And
sh-
illegal gambling.
Exactly. So, just to, in case I don't know who out there hasn't heard of Biff, okay, Biff Tannen, played by Thomas F. Wilson. Not sure what else he played. Same with Louise Fletcher for Nurse Ratched. I don't know. But anyway, Biff Tannen, Back to the Future, big time bully. Okay, if you got to think about this, back in 1955, he was 6'3" and 210 pounds. Back then, he could have played center for the fucking Packers. Okay, that's a running back's frame nowadays. So he used his size to bully not only George, he made George his bitch. Okay, George was Biff's bitch. He also bullied women. He sexually harassed Lorraine. That famous scene is probably one of the most. It just makes you very, very, very satisfied when George finally stands up to him, and he does the whole, "Hey, you, get your damn hands off of her." And then he fucking throws that wicked haymaker and just knocks Biff the fuck out. So, the list of crimes I went through, he's a bully. He's a
Pollution.
villain. Pollution was, yeah. So listen to the name of his casino that he had. Biff Tannen's Pleasure Paradise Casino and Hotel. What an
I
asshole.
wasn't sure, but then I remembered the
What a-
pollution, and I was like, "Yep, he's got to be." Like, oh man, yeah. Scene where George punches him was so good, and it got better because in the second one, when Marty goes back and he sees it from like a different angle, and it's still a big part of even what he's trying to like. That whole scene is like, I don't know, like it's awesome in the first movie, and then it's even better in the second because you see it from a different angle, and it's coming.
Yeah.
And it's it's a great because like the sexual assault stuff going on in that car is like real. Like,
Oh,
man.
Yeah, he was definitely he was trying to use his brawn and bulliness to get in Lorraine's pants, and George finally snapped.
Good pick.
That's awesome. So yeah, Biff
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
I'm not even going to mention fucking Buford Mad Dog Tannen from Back to the Future 3, where he got his holiness from. But all right, so let's move to number 4. This was mentioned on Chad's list. Number 5 for Chad. Number 4 for me.
Oh wow,
Anton Chigurh.
nice.
Whoa, really?
So here's some crimes that he committed. And I found this awesome website. I think it's called fandom.villain.wiki or something. I don't know. Sorry for me.
Is Hannibal Lecter on that?
So I don't know.
He's
But-
probably real quick. He's probably
Of course
on
you
the
guys know.
like law enforcement help website because he's such a big help.
No, he's probably on the one Dusty said. He's on the one Dusty said.
All right, go ahead.
So Anton Chigurh, no, Chad kind of ran him down earlier. So just, I mean, he's scary. He's scary.
Dora the Explorer haircut.
Yeah, the haircut's
think it-
weird, but I mean, multiple-
Yeah, it like throws you off.
It adds to the
Like-
character. I mean,
Like,
just
it makes
looks like
it
a
feel
plain
like
guy.
Twilight Zone kind of. Like this guy just stepped out of the Twilight Zone or something.
I mean, yeah, I never heard of that actor before he played that guy. Like,
Javier
yeah,
Bardem.
I never heard of him. And I mean, you're talking multiple homicides, burglary, theft, bribery, animal cruelty. Those are all the crimes that he committed. That doesn't even hold a candle to Biff, though.
Did he pollute though?
Well, he did. I mean, he probably did pollute. Yeah, you gotta think
Lead,
he did.
yeah, lead bullets
You gotta
everywhere. He's kind of like Nerd
Yeah.
Ratched, but if
Okay.
Nerd Ratched was like a Mexican drug trafficker,
Had a
because like the lack of emotion on
had a
their
gun.
face, just they're not shaken by anything, and it's just terrifying. Yeah.
All right, boys, let's move to number 3. So here's where my list differs completely from you nerd boys that.
oh god.
So the only crime that this person committed that I could find was child abuse. Okay?
Okay.
We're talking Mr. Tony Perkis from the 1995 film
Oh.
Heavyweights.
That's definitely an us movie. Like we three love that performance. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. I mean, that resonates with us. If there was a big list, I don't know, but yeah.
Hey. Okay, so for those out there that don't know who Tony Perkis is, first off, just look it up and watch Heavyweights is on Disney Plus. Now, we're not getting any kickback from Disney Plus, but go and watch it, okay?
Wait, it's a Disney movie and it has child abuse
Yep.
in it? Oh boy.
But anyway, listen to this. So for those that don't know who he is, the movie's called Heavyweights. It's about a bunch of fat kids that go to a summer camp, okay? This Tony Perkis guy buys the camp, renames it Perkis Power or whatever, and he makes these chubby kids work out in for content for his infomercial. So he's got a film crew there that's filming him making these kids work out and making them eat healthy. So he starts off as a friendly dude. He quickly transforms into the weirdo and psychopath that he is. So he sets up a dance with the female camp to humiliate the chubby kids. They end up actually having a good time, and then he pulls the plug. He doesn't let the kids' letters go home. He collects them into a big trunk and doesn't send them home. And then one of the funniest scenes in the movie is when he's filming the scene with his camera guy, and they keep getting on the scale, but they gain weight instead of losing weight. Fucking Goldberg from Mighty Ducks steps on the scale, and immediately Tony Perkis
He's
pushes
like, all
him.
right,
He's like,
Josh,
"Get off the
Get
scale!"
on the scale. Get off the scale.
Yeah. So Tony Perkis, look him up. I tweeted from the Top 6 podcast the other day at Top 6 Pod. Attention campers, lunch has been canceled today due to lack of hustle.
Did you met?
Deal
Like,
with
you said it was Ben Stiller.
One of my
I mean, that performance is amazing. Like, yeah.
Ben Stiller.
If you
plays
think
Tony
his
Perkis,
villainous role in Dodgeball is good as White Goodman, then you have to watch this because it's even better. I mean, he's so on point. Yeah.
And it kind of goes off of his character in Happy Gilmore that's uncredited. The orderly, who's in charge of the nursing home. So, perfect segue into my next movie villain, Mr. Shooter McGavin.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the only crime that he committed was indirect assault, and that indirect assault was hiring someone to fucking try to run Happy Gilmore over in the middle of a golf tournament.
And I mean, he's threatened to
So
commit arson too. He's going to burn his house down and piss on the ashes.
Yeah, exactly. So he bought Happy Gilmore's grandmother's house. Okay, he's the quintessential jealous rival. Okay, you get all these sports movies. You have it in Brink. Okay, speaking of Disney Plus, go watch Brink with fucking Val Horgan. Yep. He's a jealous rival. But Shooter McGavin, just the way he acts, he's so cocky, he's so jealous. He hires the dude to heckle Happy Gilmore, obviously. Happy gets in the fight with Bob Barker, which won an MTV Movie Award. You guys know that. One of the more iconic lines is, you're in big trouble, though, pal. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. So just not even thinking. Just an idiot. And then he stole Happy's jacket at the end of the movie. Listen, it resonated with me. That's my favorite movie of all time. I'm surprised I didn't have him at number one, but there's no way he can surpass a Mr. Ernie McCracken as my top movie villain.
Whoa.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Fucking Ern. Okay?
Biggest asshole on any of our lists, probably. I think so. I think he's the biggest asshole. Like, just a pure just dick. Like,
put it on the Munson. So, Big Ern, for those that haven't seen Kingpin, again, find it on one of the streaming platforms and watch it. Do yourself a favor. Woody Harrelson, Bill Murray, Randy Quaid. Okay, it's about bowling. Basically, Ernie McCracken ruins one man's life. That's basically what it comes down to. He put sugar in Roy Munson's gas tank. So Roy needs to turn to hustling small-time club pros with Big Ern. So ultimately that leads to his hand getting cut off, and the term Munson was coined because of just how big of a piece of shit Roy became. So, he just ruined Roy Munson's life, and it's Bill Murray, so there's definitely a comedic edge. It's just, to me, is, yes, it's a comedy film, but biggest asshole.
I want to take back.
He's a villain.
I want to take back my thing with Anton.
I agree.
Yeah, well, I said that he wins, but so does Ernie McCracken. He wins. Literally, like he wins in the end. That's hilarious. I mean, the story continues and things work out, but that showdown, that climax, is one of my favorite climax battles in any movie between.
Chad, you know who else wins at the end? Hannibal Lecter.
International fugitive and in good graces with law enforcement officials at the serial killer.
That's why he ate law enforcement officials' face off.
Hey, guys, you want a couple facts about Kingpin real quick? So Chris Farley was supposed to play Randy Quaid's character.
Really?
Yeah. Chris Farley was supposed to play Ishmael, but he committed to Black Sheep. So he couldn't do it.
Okay. Look, I'm sure he could have pulled it off, but
Randy Quaid did a very good job.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Yes, he did.
Really, the only other cool fact is Bill Murray actually bowled those final 3 strikes at the end.
No way.
So the crowd reaction was genuine, and Woody Harrelson was a terrible bowler. That's another fact. So, other than that, guys, so let's recap my top 6 real quick. So we've got number 6, Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Number 5, Biff Tannen, Back to the Future. Number 4, Anton Chigurh, No Country for Old Men. Number 3, Tony Perkis from Heavyweights. Shooter McGavin, number 2, from Happy Gilmore. And Big Ern McCracken.
Definitely went comedic. He went the comedic route, which is cool because, a good comedy that heroes, I mean.
None of that nerd boy, fanboy bullshit with Star Wars.
Straight men. They're not the funny part. And the villains are really ham up the funny, or at least, give the hero a backboard to be funny. But the ones you picked kind of do a little bit of both. Yeah.
Yeah, the issue I have with your list, the only terrifying one, well, Nurse Ratched and Shigur, they're both
okay.
terrifying. But the other ones, they're kind of run-of-the-mill asshole
Villain.
characters. They're
Child
good villains,
abuse.
don't get me wrong.
Child abuse,
But-
indirect assault.
Yeah.
Biff Tannen, I mean, Christ. He's got a rap sheet.
I think
long.
they might not
Yeah.
be terrifying to like us as we watch, but like the characters in the movie that they're terrorizing, like George just shakes around Biff, like he's terrified, like he has to muster up the courage to punch him, like that. Like he does a good job of convincing us that the hero's at least scared of him, and obviously the kids are terrified of Tony Perkis, and then, I mean, Shooter McGavin, elitist asshole. Happy Gilmore's not really afraid of him, but he knows that he can best him and ruin his goal, you know. And then McCracken, yeah.
Same with McCracken. I mean, no one's really afraid of him. I mean, I forgot to say one of my favorite. There's so many good quotes from Kingpin. The one where he's in the commercial and the kid's like, sometimes when I wake up, Mr. McCracken is already there. He's just such a dirtbag womanizer.
Kentucky.
Like, deeper, Jonathan. Deeper. But yeah, all right, boys. So I'm gonna let you two jerk each other off with nerd lube with Darth Vader and Joker, because they're going to be 1 and 2. You just have to figure out who goes where.
Okay, so you had Jordy. Okay, so I think Jordy, you and I both agree Hannibal Lecter is not a villain; he can be discarded. Cool. Moving on.
I agree with that. Absolutely not, Chad.
I think because he's in the way right now. Honestly, you really want him to be above Darth Vader or Joker. Look at their heroes; they're legendary heroes. No one's dressing up as Clarice on Halloween, or and even if they were, you could have Hannibal Lecter like the toddler can be Hannibal Lecter to the kid that's dressed as Clarice, and they wouldn't fight because they don't fight in the movie. They don't. So, Darth Vader fights Luke freaking Skywalker. Like there's so much depth there. Like, my nerd glasses, I straighten my nerd glasses.
Hey, Jordy, I'm
Chad,
making an executive decision. Hannibal Lecter is not getting, if anything, he's number 6 total.
What? No, number 6.
Listen, it wasn't a good number 1.
Yeah,
okay?
I would make a deal to keep him on the list.
So
I would compromise. But, yeah.
You guys have to figure out between
Darth Vader.
Joker and Darth Vader as 1 and 2. That's where we're at.
Oh my
God. About
God.
Hannibal Lecter. Okay, he's probably not even in the top 10. So
here's why I put Joker
Oh my
above
God.
Darth Vader, because, and I'm talking about Heath Ledger's Joker, is basically
he's not as nerdy.
So Darth Vader he has a boss, right? So the Emperor is his boss, and also he redeems himself in the end, and he used to be the savior and all that stuff, but he's still a badass. But Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, you know where he comes from. He misleads you. And also when Batman, who is like the most like badass dude, he lets Batman know, you can't beat me physically. Like, I'm aware of that. I know you can beat my ass. You're going to have to do what you vowed not to do. You're going to have to break your one rule to beat me. Kill somebody. Let someone die.
Kill him.
That is just both psychological and, I mean,
Yeah.
He's just intelligent. Like, he burns that pile of money because he gets the mobsters on his side, and he burns the money in front of that mobster who freaks out. And then he kills that guy, and he's like, it was never about the money. Like, that's what you guys don't get. Yeah. I
Manipulative.
That performance
Exactly.
too is amazing.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good. That's
He
pretty
wanted
good,
to tear
pretty good argument. I mean, George, you got
I love the Joker. He wanted to tear down the structures of society. He didn't care about money. He didn't care about power. He wanted to cause total chaos. I respect that, Chad.
all right. So can we agree? Joker number 1 then?
As long as
Well, now we're in a smoke-filled back room making deals.
Joker number 1.
Nope. We ain't making deals like that, because we got now. Joe,
You got to stick Lecter at least number 6. He's way better than Shooter McGavin.
I
Tony
will,
Perkins. He's
Dusty. I
terrifying.
genuinely would.
He's a
give
terrifying
Hannibal
character.
Lecter number 6 because I agree that he is villainous, and I enjoy thinking beyond when the movie ends, and I know for a fact he. I know.
You see him walking
I'm
around
I'm
free in
trying to
another
agree
country.
with you.
What's
I'm
he
trying
going
to
to
agree
do?
with
What's he going to be
Man,
up
like,
to? Is he going to be?
He
is
did
he
help
be a good
Clarice.
Samaritan
He
and
did,
obey the
but
law?
He did it for his own benefit. You're right.
Yeah, he did.
it
So
for
what?
his own benefit.
That doesn't mean he's not a villain.
all right, we'll pencil him in. We'll pencil him in
at 6.
Pencil. We got Joker. Let's just skip the bullshit and put Darth fucking Vader
Okay, you
number
nerd.
2. Okay.
Chad, admit this at least, though. You
How
can
do you
say
help
Joker helped Batman
Whatever.
too.
For what it's worth, Big Van Vader is
Boy
more of a
Meets
villain
World.
than fucking Darth Vader. Yeah. Anyway, number 3. Let's go. Okay, so let me just look at the list real quick here. My first initial throw out would be Anton Chigurh because he's on 2 of our lists.
I don't know. I'm actually considering all of the options that you guys presented too.
The
What about
Pazuzu.
Biff?
Okay, with your list, Dusty, I don't see Biff staying. I think Ernie, Shooter, and Tony.
Aggravated assault and battery, sexual assault, false imprisonment, attempted murder, attempted rape, vandalism, theft, cheating, pollution, corruption, cover-ups, brainwashing, crimes against humanity,
Okay.
public
listen.
endangerment.
I think, but
and
he's not.
murder.
There are so many
Murder.
other. I think he's not even in the top 3 most enjoyable things about that movie. And I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying that movie is packed full of just entertaining shit that he definitely falls on the back of your mind like a lot of times, So, but whenever Ernie McCracken comes on screen, it's like, yes, I'm glad he's here. Because this is what I want to see. So, I would put him
number 3.
Number 4.
Why?
Because Pazuzu has to be number 3. He's
Yeah,
way more
he
terrifying
is.
than Ernie McCracken, Chad. Pazuzu. Seriously? Pazuzu? Come on.
I like Pazuzu.
How do you spell
Yeah. Well,
We'll go Pazuzu 3, Kraken 4.
Hey, guys, how do you spell Pazuzu?
Pazuzu.
Okay, I was saying like zoo, like the animal, like Pazoo. Okay. I'm okay with Pazuzu. I didn't know that was his name or its name.
See, okay, here's why. So I have Hans Landa, but I'm
I think
willing
it's a
to
woman.
forego him for Pazuzu because of what we kind of talked about. Whereas Hans Landa terrifies the characters in the movie, Pazuzu actually scares me as I watch. Like that's why. He scares
That's
you?
where I go with Hannibal Lecter, Chad. Just look at his presence.
He's fake.
Hannibal Lecter?
He's
Yeah.
fake.
Imagine coming face to face with somebody like
Hey,
that.
boy.
We'll
he's
get
fake.
to it.
You could tell somebody like Ernie. You could tell Ernie McCracken, Biff, Tony Perkins to fuck off.
Okay, I will. And then
Try
I'll walk
saying
away
that to
because
Hannibal
he's
Lecter's
locked
face.
up.
Go fucking eat your goddamn face. He broke out in the end, Chad. He's going to eat more faces.
All right, so Pazuzu. So Hans Landa, I'd be all right with him at 4 because he's a Nazi.
Yeah, first Nazi
Yeah.
on the list.
Yeah. I can't. I'm trying to think of a better. We mentioned multilingual. He's funny, entertaining, and just.
He is.
I'd go Hans Landa above Chigurh, just by 1 point.
So 5 Chigurh.
Yeah, I go 5.
All right, we got number 6. So we got Hannibal Lecter, Ivan Drago, the Wicked Witch.
Oh my god.
We got
Annie Wilkes.
Yeah.
I wish you guys saw Misery.
Annie Wilkins.
Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber's
man.
still out there. And so is Ernie McCracken, Shooter McGavin, and Tony Perkins.
How could my number 6 make the list, but not my number 1?
Because you screwed up the definition of a villain. What?
Chad,
Dude,
I wish you would come face
I
to
think
face with Lecter.
this is just
I would love to see what happens. I wouldn't
Face
save
to
you.
face with Hans Gruber or Hannibal Lecter?
Boopy. I would rather Hans Gruber.
Chad?
But Hannibal Lecter kind of looks like a pussy,
He
though.
eats people. Okay. So what?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on. What is the list right now that we?
So the list: number 1, Joker. Number 2, Darth Vader. Number 3, Pazuzu. Number 4,
Pazuzu, yeah.
it's Pazuzu, right?
Pazuzu.
Number 4, Hans Landa. Number 5, Anton Chigurh.
Oh,
Friendo.
damn. Okay. You know, Jordy,
How
Jordy,
much
what about
lost
this?
on it?
All right, what about this? To be honest, I don't know. I think we're not trying to be cliche on the Top 6 podcast. And we're not trying to be different
Yvonne
for the
Drago?
sake of being different. We all know, everyone knows, even whether you're a nerd or not, that Darth Vader is a badass. Do we need to put him at number 2 to make sure we recognize that? He's done enough. I think maybe
Nope.
we can retire him
Well,
and leave room for, because there's so many other good ones. Like
Biff.
that's taken away from his character, though, Chad. I mean,
he
he's
is.
pure evil.
We don't need to put him on this list to know that.
He's trying to wipe out all that's good. He's trying to wipe out the whole Jedi Order.
Who cares?
It's the ultimate good versus evil, like you said.
I'm just saying.
A villain
We all
versus the
know.
hero.
We all know.
You know what?
Already.
Chad makes a good point. Chad makes a good point. So Darth Vader's now off of our
I
list.
should be a lawyer.
What? Oh my God, Chad!
He's completely off the list. We either stick Pazuzu up at number 2, or we slot in Ernie McCracken at number 2.
No,
What?
you got Chad, Pazuzu versus McCracken. You can't let Pazuzu slide, Chad. Pazuzu has to be number 2 then if Vader's off
But
the list.
he was Dusty's number 1, and honestly, I would have put him if I would have thought of him. I didn't.
Chad,
Listen,
you're jerking me around.
I don't like getting rid of my number 2 completely from the list. Like, I don't mean to do that. It's just everyone knows Darth Vader's a badass.
Yeah,
Like,
he's my number 2
everybody knows
too.
that shit. So
Let me
Well, he should be on the list then. If he is, it is what
yeah,
it is.
give
me
us
run
a
this by
reason
you
why
guys.
McCracken could be number 2 or 3 or whatever. Yeah.
So we're gonna do Joker at number 1, Pazuzu at number 2,
All right.
Hans Landa at number 3, Anton Chigurh at 4, Ernie McCracken is at number 5. Jordy, you still have to make a case for Hannibal Lecter.
You know, I'm not going to
Wait, who else? Who's he up against?
There's Hans Gruber.
Biff,
No,
just
Gruber's
just in case you guys
a better
forgot,
villain than Biff.
physical and psychological abuse, aggravated assault and battery, sexual assault, false imprisonment, attempted murder, attempted rape, vandalism, theft, cheating, pollution, corruption, cover-ups, brainwashing, crimes against humanity, public endangerment, and murder.
One thing I didn't hear on there is international terrorist, like Hans Gruber is.
He was a multi-dimensional terrorist,
He's not a
if you think about it.
Not an international terrorist, though.
I don't know. I think what okay, other than his rap sheet, why Biff?
Does he die?
Biff? No, but
Yeah.
I mean other
Die in the movie?
other villains die. It doesn't take away from their legacy.
So, I just think Hans Gruber he didn't have his shit together. Carl Winslow figured it out. Carl Winslow figured out what was going on.
He was up against one of the best heroes of all time, though, John McClane. You can't say that about anybody in Back to the Future.
Yeah, Marty
Marty
McFly.
McFly's a hero.
The combination of Marty McFly and Dr. Brown.
Not as much as John
pretty
McClane.
He is.
John McClane's a badass. McFly's just a little shrimp.
It's not about the size of the fight and the dog. It's about the size of the dog and the wait. It's about the size of whatever. You know what the old No Fear shirt, right? That saying that the old No Fear shirt had. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the heart.
Here's
of
the
the
thing.
dog.
I
don't remember.
would. What's a better movie, Back to the Future or Die Hard? Yeah.
Who? Back to the Future.
Yeah, I agree. So I would go with Biff. I don't mean to
Yes.
shit on
Number
you,
6,
Jordy. Like,
Biff.
this whole show is just you and I just going at it, but I think Hans Gruber is awesome, but he's not as relatable. You almost know he's going to get defeated, you know. Oh.
No, you don't.
I'm not taking anything away from him. I really like him. I do.
You know Biff is too, then.
Yeah.
You could say Biff.
I mean,
Biff's going
it's-
to get defeated,
yeah.
too. Listen.
Me too.
Listen.
Yeah, that was.
I'm happy that Pazuzu made the list, okay? And please, guys, go check out Misery, even if you have to buy
like
it
the
off
terrifying psycho things. That's your thing.
Yeah, that's a fucking villain.
All right,
Imagine
Jordy.
coming face to face with somebody like that. You know, you see somebody like
If
Ernie
you,
McCracken.
say you had to
just
put.
tell them to fuck off.
Say you had to put.
They're not
going
going
to
to come. They're not going to come after
a
you.
villain from like a comedy or, you know, like a PG-13 or below. Who would you put? Because I mean, you got
Let's
Ernie
see
McCracken,
here.
Shooter,
I'd have to think about it.
Tony Perkis, Biff. Like those are ones I.
Oh, you know who? You know who I was going to put on my list is the Warden from Shawshank.
Yeah,
That's a fucking good villain right there. I hate that motherfucker.
he's just doing his job, though.
No, he's not.
He does. Yeah.
He goes over the top. He craves
You got some
power.
Stephen King.
He craves
like,
absolute
villain.
power.
You like the villains of Stephen King a lot.
You know, I go for the terrifying villains. I don't go for the run-of-the-mill assholes.
So,
Okay.
you know who else I was going to put on my list was Eric Gordon from Billy Madison.
Eric, oh my gosh. Ew, yeah, what a weasel. Like a bad weasel. Not a cool weasel like me. All right, let's do the list.
All right, so let's finish this up. So we got Joker, number 1, number 2, Pazuzu from The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Number 3, Hans Landa. Number 4, Anton Chigurh. Number 5, Ernie McCracken. Number 6, Hans Gruber.
I like it.
Gruber made it.
They're all, yeah.
All right.
So
I'll
Jordy's
take that. Oh, Chad, I thought of a comedy villain.
number
okay?
6 made it, and his number 1 didn't.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
You ready for my comedy villain?
Oh, yeah.
Bill
dude.
Lumbergh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That might, oh, yeah. That one
That's
hits
a
hard
great
with a lot of people.
Lumbergh, fucker. Lumbergh.
Honorable mention, Bill Lumbergh.
Yes.
Val Horgan.
No,
Val.
he's just a stupid teenager.
I can't break that monster. I know that wasn't
See,
that
now
movie.
we're like super inside jokes. I like that list. I like it.
Okay.
All right. I'll take
All right, y'all. So we went a little long, but hey, it was a heated discussion. We acted like gentlemen. We got through our 6. So just to recap, our top 6 movie villains. Number 1, Joker, Heath Ledger. Okay, none of that Jared Leto bullshit.
Leto.
Leto. I thought it was
It
Leto.
doesn't matter. He sucks.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Number 2, Pazuzu, the demonic figure from The Exorcist. Number 3, Colonel,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Colonel Hans
The Jew
Landa
Hunter. Yes.
from the Jew Hunter from Inglourious Basterds. Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men. Number 5, Ernie McCracken from Kingpin, baby. Number 6, Hans Gruber. Somebody give me a Hans Gruber impression.
Number 6.
Hans McClane.
All right. Hey. All right, fellas. Listeners, thank you so much for tuning in again. We appreciate it. Again,
Thank you for listening, y'all.
follow us on Twitter at Top6Pod, at Jordy Bar, at the Weasel93, at the Raging Beard. If you have opinions on a movie villain that we missed or completely didn't even talk about, let us know. Okay. And share this, let people know that, hey, we're just looking to have a fun time.
That's right.
Here, babies. That's it.
That's
Didn't
right.
mean to say me.
That's right.
All right.
I'll catch you all next time.
We'll see you next week. We'll see you next time.
All right. Peace out, fellas.
Peace.
It was fun.
Peace.
See you.
Later. Hey everybody, it's Jordy. I'd like to take a moment to point out a fantastic charity that helps kids and families who are struggling. If you have a few extra bucks and would like to help out, go to nokidhungry.org and make a donation. Times are tough and some people could use some extra relief. That's nokidhungry.org. Thank you. Stay safe and take care of your loved ones. And yes, that's Steve Winwood playing in the background.